Hey guys, hope you're all well. Right, it's late at night. I've been mucking about all day with boring paperwork, and because I'm academically challenged, it takes me a long time. So to keep my sanity, I've decided to come into the shed and do a little bit to get the old hands dirty. Any a little job, and it's freezing. It's a bit cold outside. It's actually froze over outside. So the old diesel is struggling, and I can't turn it up because the bearings are gone. It sounds like a squealing pig. So it's on low. Anyway, little bracket for the speedo cables. You remember in the last video I told you I've got to do something that just gives it a bit of distance from the tyre there. I was going to go down here, as you can see I've had the bolt out thinking of different things, but I've changed my mind. Don't laugh. I'm going to go up here because I found something, and it'll be a lot easier for me to go up there. That's the only reason why I'm doing it. So I found this little bracket here. Doesn't look much at the minute. I've made that hole bigger. It's a little bit beat up, so I'm going to dress that up in a minute. What time is it? I've got to use my belt sander. What time is it? Is that? Oh, it's 11 o'clock at night. That'll be all right. We'll be fine. It's only for a minute. So I'm going to tidy that up. I've got to make a little spacer for it. We'll do that in brass. I've got to sort a longer bolt out and put some paint on it and get it fitted. Yeah, let's get on with it. Right, so this bracket, I have sort of changed its shape slightly, but it's got a few nasty marks on there, so I want to get them out, and there's a bit of a burr on that hole, so I've made that a bit bigger. So luckily I've got some air in the compressor. I've turned it off so it don't kick in again. I say it is 11 o'clock. I think the elderly neighbours should have their hearing aids out by now, so we should be okay. That's about right. Just a quick race round on the wire wheel. That helps get rid of any sharp bits. That's moving. And it's tightening up. That'll do. Right, next, got a little bit of brass with a hole in the middle. Got to put a little step on this. I may have to take it down a little bit more, we'll see. I'm going to get the step in it first, because I want to space it out a little bit. And I've got to fill that great big hole because, where are we? An 8mm got to go through there. So we've got to sort that out a little bit as well. So this will do everything. Sort that big hole out and give me a little bit of space. In fact, hold on. Before I do all that, just sort of get an idea how much I'm taking off. Yeah, about that much. About that much. About perfect. Look at that. Sorted. Right, we need to find out how long I want the bolt now, so let's carefully put that in there. And that'll go on there. And our little bracket will go on there. That's looking about right, actually. About the right length. And that should be enough to keep it off the wheel. So at the minute it's sitting right in there, so that's going to bring that out here, just bringing it off the tyre. I'm just going to undo the speedo cable because I need to make sure it passes through there. I could slot it, but I don't want to. I'm going to pass it through. So I'm just going to check that before we put some paint on. Ooh, easy. Nice. And I can put a grommet on there as well. Sorted. Right. Just had a quick run outside to do a spray job in the dark. Got the primer on it. Brought it back in here. I did heat the metal up a little bit with the heat gun. Bit of a brew to warm the cockles up. As my dad would say, have that and warm your cockles up. Well, it's over. You best eat that, it'll put hairs on your chest. Anyway, we'll let that dry off a little bit, get some black on it, and then we'll get it all on the bike. It's not getting any warmer. I've been looking at grips today for the BM. As I'll show you in the last video, these are like turning to goo. And yeah, sends all your gloves sticky. Mate sent me a link because there's got to be a certain type of grip to go over the heated bit. 30 quid! 30 quid for 2 rubber tubes. So I've done a little bit more searching and eventually found some for 23. That's even shocking to me, for 2 rubber tubes. The grips on my KX were £3.50. So yeah, a little bit shocking, but hey, it needs them. I'll have to get some eventually. Oh, I thought about something else on the old BM as well. Changing my sprocket. Not because it's worn or anything, but to be fair, if I change the sprocket, I will have to do the whole thing, front sprocket and chain. I like, you know, keep it all together. I don't want to put a brand new sprocket on an old chain. The bike's done, I'll say 37,000 miles. Yeah, I was thinking of coming down a couple of teeth. I've been doing a bit of reading up about it and I reckon it's loads better. With this bike, you find yourself, when you jump onto the motorway or something like that, or a long road, you find yourself searching for another gear. I do it all the time. You're changing up the box, you know, going along, changing, going along, changing. You don't realise you're in tight. You go for another gear. They do scream a little bit. So, I think for the type of riding I do, big, long distances, I'm going to give it a go. It's supposed to be loads better. It's supposed to drop the RPM right down. So I might do that eventually before the spring comes along. So it's all ready to go. So new chain sprocket. You can't mess about with the front sprockets apparently. So there's no space in there. And I can probably believe that. So I'll just have a mess about with the back. Bring it down 2 teeth. So I've read a few bits that people say it's loads better at cruising speeds and stuff. Anyway. We'll have me tea, wait for that to dry and we'll get some black on it. Right, dry enough to handle now. So I've got a grommet on there. Just need to get that on. Hopefully that fits nice. Yes, it does. Then our little brass bit. Get a washer and a nut at the ready. Let's see it get on there. That should hold it off the tyre. Get back onto the speedo drive. Right, we are done. That'll do it. It's doing its job. There's not a lot you can do with cables to make them pretty, really. So, unless we put some fancy electronic speedo and everything on there. But we've got to keep some old-fashioned looks on the bike. I'm making excuses. But there we go. That's doing its job. We've got loads of space now. Plenty. And it's not too in your face up there. Yeah, that will do it. Another little thing done. Anyway, it's approaching 12:30 at night, or is that in the morning? So I'm going to go and edit this video you've just watched and try and get some shut-eye. That'll do. Thank you all again for all the messages, all the Happy New Year messages. I appreciate them all immensely. And I'll see you very soon. Cheers for watching, guys.